Good evening, everyone. It is 17th of August 2025. I am down in Southampton for a family event and I've just popped out for a little walk. Because it's such a short day, I didn't bring any of my camera equipment, tripod, anything. I did bring my little bins and my DJI mic to do a podcast, and this is going to be the beauty of doing podcasts, because I always like to be doing something, and at least having the DJI mic means I can record audio. And we're just going to do a visual thing. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. Just parking up near the bottom, near the old cemetery. Fewer people down here. It seems incredibly quiet for such a nice day. The heat wave continues. It's hotter here than where I am in Bexley Heath. It's 24 down here recorded. Oh, that's got to be a forest screamer, the Eurasian jay. So just get my cap on, get all my phones ready so I can view. I'm going to get my Merlin up and running, get my bins out. God, it's really screaming. Now, without my camera equipment, I'm having a little panic. This is the day I see something incredible and I can't film it or take pictures. Oh, of course, I do have, obviously, an iPhone which takes 4K video if I'm desperate, if it's like close enough. Have we definitely locked the car? Listen to that jay, he is going nuts. Well, she is going nuts. All right, let's get the Merlin app running. Whoa, it's going for it. I think you can hear that. Yep, Merlin just pulled it up, Eurasian jay, so we're off. Just at the bottom, near the entrance of the Southampton old historic cemetery, and I'm just underneath the tree. Now, I used to come here during lockdown, stay down here a lot with the family, and so I got to know this place very well. And I'm just under the tree in the middle of the road where there was a nuthatch nest. Got some good pictures of a nuthatch. And there are some, I'm telling you, looking at these trees now, these lovely trees, that there's some holes in them that would be perfect for barn owls, tawny owls, I mean, little owls and tawnies. But very surprised that, yeah, I mean, it must have just been through lockdown that people came out in their number, because this kind of a day would have attracted so many people. But I found the cemetery, the old cemetery, is much quieter and more dense with vegetation, so I attracted lots of birds. I got tree creepers in here, bullfinch. The bullfinch was always the thing I was after. I saw it once, and then I think I saw it on 2 other trips, and I was obsessed with trying to find it. Oh, I can hear, that's a goldcrest, isn't it? Well, not that, that's a jackdaw. But yeah, this is the last time that I just came through the gate, and I remember hearing them here last time, goldcrest. A minute, let me get that right. No, that's a firecrest, isn't it? Sorry, yeah, firecrest is. Oh, you are definitely hearing that. No, it's a goldcrest. It is a goldcrest. Oh, something in the bush next to me. Wow, it's really loud tonight. This is great. Yeah, I can. It's right. Wow, there's a goldcrest 6 feet above my head. Wow, I am so close. Yeah, I'm like 6 feet, 7 feet. It's right, and I mean it, right above my head. Absolutely awesome. I'm not sure I'd be taking a picture in these conditions. The light is very strong. It's just, the sun is going to be setting in about 2.5 hours. And it's one of those things where it's in a tree with lots of sunlight, and half the bird is in light and half it isn't. It's a nightmare, and it's pointing below the bird. Amazing. Jackdaws, yep. So at the moment, the app is picking up robins, blue tits, jackdaws, and jays. Wow. Still there, 7 feet above my head. Obviously a robin. Okay, let's make a move. Let's see what else is. This is fantastic. There's so much going on. There's a wood pigeon over there on the left. Now I've got pictures, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, came down here, got a kestrel taking off of a gravestone. This was its, oh, there's the nuthatch. Sing louder, please. Yep, Merlin app just picked it up, and there's picking up a Eurasian wren as well. Haven't even had to use my bins yet. Yep. Blue tit. Fantastic. There's no one else here. Absolutely. Yeah, you know what? It's actually quite a nice feeling not carrying around a big camera and a tripod. Yeah, maybe I'll get into podcasts more than photography and video because it's just a lot more freeing. I see those people walking around with just a pair of bins and a little notepad, and I do envy them sometimes. I hope one day these little bins I've got, they're like little spy ones. You hope one day they make them so good that they can just take pictures. Good ones. I mean, obviously there's the ones you can do them now, but the quality's awful. Because at the end of the day, you can't fake optics. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't just make smaller and smaller cameras because you can't fake glass. But I'm sure with AI coming along, I've always said this is what AI will probably do. Somebody will be able to take a picture of a bird 200 meters away, a little dot, and the AI can read what it is, take information from all the other bird pictures online, the feather detail, patterns, colors, and then give you a, like a 50 megapixel image, crystal clear, perfectly sharp over a little pair of bins. That's coming, maybe in 10 or 15 years. Magpie. What else is that? Flying over. There's a feral pigeon. Just checking Merlin. Nothing else has popped up yet. But that Eurasian jay was making a noise. Yeah, if you didn't know, it's because of you. If you didn't, it's got a nickname, the forest screamer. I think I'm not 100% on the difference between that and the green woodpecker. The green woodpecker's also got an erratic call. Oh, hello, something just landed on it might be a jay, just landed on a gravestone. Get my bins on it. It is, you know what? That would have been a really good photo actually. It's just landed on the top left corner of a gravestone at a really nice angle, and that would have really been nice. On the top of a gravestone now. And then what you want in that picture, if you want to get round to it, I'm going to walk around to it and see if I can get facing it forward on, front on. And you know what would be a great picture is if something on that gravestone suggests a link towards the name Jay. Wouldn't that be nuts? No, it's one of those gravestones that's, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's worn away, all the lettering. I remember when I came here there's right in front of me, there's one with a wood pigeon on the top, and it's like the urn. It's an urn is part of it. It's carved into the granite in memory of Maria, the beloved wife of John Whitmarsh, who died in February 13th, 1866. Yo. Oh, this wood pigeon's like, what? It's just landed 5 feet away from me. Does it think I've got food? But yeah, I used to read these gravestones, and what was fascinating, I did find some where the person had lived, that they're like mid-90s. So I don't think people so much live longer nowadays. It does come down to cleanliness and probably diet if they ate well. But yeah, fascinating. Back then, people had no problem living that long. If they were well off enough, they lived well, and they probably got good sunlight, and they, were physical. Let's just have a read of some of these. There's a big one here in memory of Henry de Sautoy. I can say de Sautoy. That I think it was a newsreader called that one. Engaged in no, it doesn't say the date on that one. What about this one? Thomas Henry, Trinidad House, Fremantle, who entered into rest January 23rd, 1892, age 70. 1892. Oh, and there's somebody here called Lizzie Eastwood. I'll look and see if there are any incredibly early year. I think there's one over there that's in the late 1700s. Oh, there's another Desautoi. Is that like a whole family of them here? Huh. Oh, there's some other people reading out the stones as well. A couple of young woodies, wood pigeon. Oh, it's a oh, blimey, what is that? I think there's a juvenile on there. That's either a juvenile wood pigeon or a stock dove, and it's not flying. I'm gonna go stock dove because of the black eyes. It's literally, yeah, 7 feet away from me on the ground, and it's got a kind of bronze chest. I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's got a black eye, so it's a stock dove. I can still hear the goldcrest or goldfinch. I still mix those up to this day. Okay, I have to play this song in my head whenever I hear it. I can hear the gulls. I still almost say seagulls. When you get into birding and you say seagull, you'll get that quick response from somebody in the know will say there's no such thing as a seagull. You have to be specific. Herring gull, lesser black-backed gull, black-headed gull. Yeah, the vegetation has really grown up since I was last here. It's covered most of the gravestones. You can hear the call of the wood pigeon. Wow, there are a lot of goldcrest and firecrest here. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Something, hold on, something's moving up the tree there. Let me get my bins on it. Something small, not making a noise. Oh, that is another goldcrest. Wow. Can't believe it. It's on a tree with not much vegetation on it. That's why I was able to see it moving up the branches. Wow, this is the place for goldcrest. I remember I did get lots of photos of goldcrest with a very limited rate when it was grey, and I was having to use such high ISO. Yeah. This is nice. There's not many people. There are not many people here. It'd be nice to see a bullfinch. Yeah, all the bullfinch I've never had one in Kent. I had to come. The closest place I've had to Kent is Warnham Nature Reserve, which I did a good vlog on. That's done well. That was a really good day. I look forward to the summer getting out the way and all the kingfishers going. The hides there are a bit of a battle zone with people trying to get kingfisher photos. And when I went, they had brambling and sparrowhawk and great spotted woodpecker and siskin and bullfinch. It was fantastic. It was one of the best days out I've ever had. But I think that's more in the winter, so I can't wait to go back there. Oh, it's all stopped now. What's going on? I think I recall. How can I explain this? I'm on the path up on the north side. The left's I'm trying to think of where I am in the world. Yeah, the western path up to the common, actual Southampton common. I'm on that path, and it's gone a bit quiet. I do recall it is busier with birds around the sort of mausoleum area. Just listening. I'm just listening. Yeah, bits and pieces. And there was a buzzard, a resident buzzard in here a couple of times. Still to this day, it angers me that I was literally standing staring straight at it. It was sat in a tree, and every time I came down for a walk, I'd see it flying away. And I was limited in my ability. I mean, even then, you could take in a picture of a raptor flying through trees. I mean, the skill level of that, you'd have to just know the area so well, be prepared for it to fly through a specific spot. Yeah, sorry, I'm just obviously I don't have my camera with me, so there will be no vlog today. This is just all podcast, and I have to explain what I'm doing as best I can. I don't think there's anybody too famous here. I think one day I did look on Google and check any famous residents of Southampton Old Cemetery, and there's a few people that are known down here, but no A-listers or anything like that. And just woodies. So just checking this tree for another wood, and yeah, I can just see the shapes of bird in trees. I'm just checking what they are. I always say this: you check everything without fail. Because I got a sparrowhawk. I mean, obviously, you have to check 1,000 wood pigeons for every sparrowhawk, but it usually pays off in the end. I checked what I thought was a wood pigeon a couple of years ago, and some of my best sparrowhawk pictures just sitting on a branch above my head. Squirrel running up the tree there. Nothing flying over. But yeah, I had the male and female bullfinch here. It's probably what, 2020, 2021. And I only got like a couple of seconds to get photos. They were never, I mean, a couple of them were okay. So some 90% sharp branches over them were good enough. And then when I went down to, what was the area? I went down to get some hawfinch somewhere in the New Forest over Christmas. And I just stopped in a little village randomly because I saw birds flying across the road, and somebody must have had some good feeders in their garden because all these birds were flitting across the road, greenfinch, and then I saw the red of the bullfinch. I couldn't believe it. Got a few seconds of video, but it obviously didn't match what I got at Warnham. I had the bullfinch landing in front of me on the feeders, frame filling stuff, almost to the point that I couldn't get it in my lens because I couldn't zoom back far enough. What are you up there? Yeah, everything. Turn your head, please. Oh, that's a collared dove. So collared dove, stock dove, wood pigeon, feral pigeon. That's all of the doves. What's the other one? That one, isn't it? What are you? That's a tree stump, Justin. What do we got here? 1894. Harry Clark, who died November 8th, 1894, aged 22 years. No. And presume that's his father below him, who lived to 89. Sydney Charles James Bush. That looks quite recent. Oh no, it's quite a very clean stone, 1943. I think they've reworded that, put new wording on, yeah. Looks like it's been painted on. Something's moving in the bushes behind me. Might be people. There's a pond. You can hear they've got parakeets down here as well. I forgot about those. I'm in the middle of making a parakeet vlog. I didn't want to do it a few months ago. Somebody else did it. I'm always trying to keep track of other people and try not to step on other people's toes or copy people. There's going to be things I do that other people have done. You can't help yourself. But I think I've left it long enough that nobody else has done anything for a while. So I was down in my local park, Martin's Grove, and that's a firecrest, isn't it? Sing again. Nope, gone quiet. I was in Martin's Grove, so I went there for. That's a robin. Went there to record basically visuals of myself standing and hearing the overwhelming sound from the parakeets. I haven't got a full idea of how I'm going to script or put the video together. But what I've done, like I said, is I want you to hear it. I want you to hear the parakeets and see the parakeets. So I've done me standing there and showing you how loud it is in my park. Because Bexley, even though it said the southwest of London and the centre of London is big for parakeets, Bexley has thousands and thousands. And you see flocks of them going over the A2 at night on the way to Danson Park to roost. And we've got loads in my Martin's Grove, my little park, my little wood that's amazingly packed with birds, all sorts of nuthatch, coal tits, great spotted woodpeckers, all sorts. No owls yet. I do always look and keep an eye, but not. No, I think somebody said there were. Did they say there were tawnies there years ago? I think somebody mentioned they heard a tawny years ago. Where was my point? And then also I was getting loads of tripod mounted footage, so you've got good quality footage, close-up quality of the parakeets with stabilized with the tripod, so it doesn't look unprofessional. So I think I need a bit more. I've filmed about 7 or 8 minutes worth, enough to sort of overlay and talk about, but I want to do a bit more film, and I want it to be a really good vlog about these birds, and I want to dive deep and get all the information, all of the myths and legends, all the stuff like, oh, it was Jimi Hendrix that released them because he thought it was cruel, all those kind of things. But apparently they were of Pakistani and Indian, they did a DNA test on them, and they were more likely released from aviaries by accident and stuff like that. But anyway, we'll get into that. I'll go deeper with the vlog and loads of video footage, and it's going to be good stuff. Been looking forward to doing this one for a while. Okay, let's go. Just keep reading. There's somebody that died in 1885, Marianne Aslet, 63 years. I'm on the north side now, and there's half of it's getting fewer gravestones up here. They're sort of sparsely. This one's got growth all over it. Yeah, littered here and there, random ones. I don't know if they started to fill this northern side and then they just don't bury anyone here anymore. I don't know. But there's a pond just on the outside of the cemetery that should have things like shrimp shovelers, tufted ducks. People feed the animals. And I think that the sign is there. We'll have a look to say don't feed them bread. But obviously people don't read and they think they're doing a good thing, but bread is not good for animals. It's not good for us either, but especially the cheap stuff, which they probably feed them. I'm just checking the Merlin app. Anything unusual popped up while I was waffling. A Dunnock herring gull. Yeah, nothing unusual yet. The most unusual, notable things will be nuthatch, goldcrest, and jay. Listening out. There's definitely something small. I think that's a firecrest, isn't it? Let's get under it. Yep, it just popped up on Merlin firecrest. I'm right. At least I got that right. Where are you? What incredible! Yeah, this is this cemetery I told you. In the Southampton Common, I've got tree creepers as well. There's so many things in this park. Sparrowhawks, kestrels. Nope, it's not very. I've got to think when I'm doing the podcast, I can't leave big gaps. It's not very fun stuff. If I hear some bird song, what I did last time, I think on one of I think it was either number 7 or 8, is when I stopped talking to let you hear the bird song, I did amp it up a bit so you could hear it better. Because the DJI mic that I use is what I use for my vlogs as well. The phone, whatever I've tried, I've put a Rode mic on it with a wind muffler and it picks up the slightest gust of wind. So I bought this DJI mic about a year ago when I've got to sort sound out. I've got to get my act together. The sound has to be more professional than this. So many early videos were ruined because I didn't have good sound in my vlog. But this DJI mic, it muffles 90% of the exterior sounds and it's got to be quite close to my mouth. It's on the top of my t-shirt, and I still, even then, in editing afterwards, I have to amp up the sound a bit more. I imagine these things have to be literally by your mouth, like an inch away for best effect. I've seen people clip them. They wear baseball caps and they've clipped them to the edge of the baseball cap so that it's even closer to their mouth. So there's something moving around, and I heard some leaves. What's that? I think that's something just falling off her. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff falling from trees. We're coming into autumn now. But I believe you can get this DJI mic and you can overlay the audio to the phone footage, which I use to film myself. And then you can silence the footage from the phone. So all you're getting is the DJI mic and it's just lovely audio. But they also do a receiver that plugs into the phone. And this thing adds this extra effect of I saw a video, somebody had their partner as part of the sale hoovering next to them. And it's so good, it can get rid of any other exterior sound. It can literally just make your voice come through. You could be, I don't know if you're standing next to a runway, if it's that good, but it's pretty good apparently at cancelling out everything. But then that's another £100 on top of this. I think this cost me £100. If you get the kit, the transmitter and the mic, it's 200. I have wanted to try it to see if it makes a difference, but I'm quite happy with how this works. Any other graves here? Oh, died at 28, died at 68. Very overgrown up at this northern side. Yeah, blue tipped. There's a shape up there that it could be a little owl. There's a chopped down tree And it always have this fancy, there's a bird perched on one of the broken branches. Just checked it. Nope, it's not allowed. There's some very dense trees on my left here. I'm going up the path. I'm just about to go out into the common and see what birds, what waders are on the pond. I've just popped out today for an hour on the main path up now from the bottom of the cemetery to the pond. Just stepping on loads of, yeah, this is the main path for everybody. Suddenly there are people. What have we got here? 45 years. I'm just reading some of the gravestones. Died 1883, 1886. That's a good age. 1881, no, I thought that said it's 1681 there. Nope. Wow, yeah, this is very overgrown compared to, that's a, what was that? That was a blackbird. If this was closer to the wind side, I thought maybe that would be a redwing. Yeah, looking forward to the redwings and the fieldfare coming back. Yeah, I went a few years trying to get some decent video and footage of field fairs, and last winter got some amazing stuff over at Rainham and at Joyden's Wood. Field fair footage, wonderful. It was a little bit windy, but I got some tripod footage. It's not too bad, but hopefully I can get some better stuff this year, especially with my new geared 3-way tripod head. Nothing up. It's the usual stuff up here. What's that? That's another feral pigeon going over. Let me come and jump. Right, let's get that right. That's a minute. Is that fire? See, the firecrest and goldcrest have a couple of different tunes. If they're doing one of the specific one, then I know the difference. But sometimes they've. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm going to use my Merlin. Nope, it's just picking up the magpie at the moment. Firecrest, it was firecrest. Okay. Try and remember that, Justin. Burn it into your brain. Yeah, at the moment, apart from that jay at the beginning, there aren't many amazing photo opportunities. So I'm not panicked that I didn't bring my camera and I'm missing stuff. But also, I don't like these kind of parks, these areas where there are more people. I don't like to walk around with a tripod. I prefer just to have that at nature reserves. I don't feel so awkward then. You know what I've done? I'm a cab driver and I've just walked right back on myself to the bottom of the cemetery. How did I manage that? Okay, all right. So much for my sense of direction. Right, I told my wife I'd be back at 6:30. And that's in 20 minutes. So I don't think we can actually go to the pond. Can I make it? 10 minutes there, 10 minutes. Ooh, okay, if we do a quick march. There seems to be a lot more birds down this southern end. Yeah, what it is, I remember this from when I came here in 2020, 2021, some of 2022. It's not, the paths aren't laid out in a grid. They're kind of crisscross. And some go in through the middle and it gets very muddy. I remember ruining some nice trousers and trainers, and yeah, and then I got sensible and bought a really good set of Wellington boots. Okay, yeah, I'll just walk through the southern bit again, and it's absolutely packed with tombstones and gravestones. No birds. Yeah, just there's a wood pigeons up there by the church. What have we got here? Charles Wallace, 1873, 27 years, blimey. I wonder if these are military. In loving memory of George Samuel, son of George Amos West, 52 years old. I can't see a date, 1900 something. Yeah, some of these gravestones are very worn, you can't see what's going on. There's a big one here. Maria Victoria Lemon, 3rd day of February 1906, age 67. Oh, what was that? That was a very obvious flap of a wing. I felt that. I'm trying to think, did I ever see or hear any blackcaps in here? A couple of great tits just flew into the tree above. What would? Oh, that's got to be a coal tit, hasn't it? Right. It's just picked up a long-tailed tit, and they do sometimes go together in a flock. Definitely more birds at this side of the cemetery for sure. Just looking in the tree, I've seen a lot of small birds fly into a tree. I'm just trying to see if I can see anything. No, I'm just relying on the sounds at the moment. The light is too harsh. I definitely heard a coal tit though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out onto the road and walk along the road because I've seen some stuff in there. I did see one of the female bullfinch out on the road in the southern side of the cemetery. What should I do? Okay, I'll walk on the path. I've just come out the main gate, there's like an arch, and as soon as you walk out, there's a left through some more gates, which goes up a path on the right side of the cemetery, up to the pond. I think we've probably got just about enough time to get up there and back to the car. I'm not in my cab, I'm in the car. What else we got? 1955. Oh, there's a Jewish cemetery here as well. And that's cordoned off. Some bushes. Looking to see if any birds have landed on any of the gravestones. Nope, suddenly got very quiet. There's one with a German flag on it. What's that? As I say, I'm curious. Now it's got a circle at the top with the green, yellow and red. What does it say? In memoriam militum. Oh, but it's German, not... Oh, you embarrassed yourself. I can see like loads of Belgian gravestones. Okay, silly boy. Okay, Belgian memorial. Apologies. Clearly, one doesn't know his flags. Yeah, very interesting. It's all these different... The Jewish, the Belgian... 84 years old, that one. What else have we got? 1911. Right, I'm out into the common. It was getting a bit quiet, a bit too quiet to do any more podcasting. Wow, the ground is really scorched here. Really, really dry. I'm just approaching the pond. Decent sized pond. Yeah, usually, as I recall, lots of feral pigeons, wow, there's a lot of... Oh, thought for a second that was broken glass. Somebody had dumped broken glass on the grass where kids are playing. It's not, it's glitter squares. But the pond is good for tufted ducks, gulls, lots of black-headed gulls, cormorants. There's a jackdaws or crows on the tree there. Let's have a look and see what species we got. Yeah, decent number of birds. Oh, there's a moorhen and... Yeah, let's have a look. So mallards. Let's have a look. Wow, there's a lot of litter. This place needs cleaned up. There's pipes and all sorts of stuff in the water. Black-headed gulls, mallards. God, it's really dirty. Yeah, lots of plastic bags and mallards. Nothing unusual. Jackdaws, crows. Oh, is that a lesser? Yeah, lesser black-backed gull. If you know the difference, like a herring gull, but it's got a slate grey, a darker grey back, and yellow legs. Yep, tufties, female tufty. In the tree, looks like young crows. Okay, nothing unusual, which is I've always found to be the case. No. Okay, we did check. Just double check. There's a lot of birds being fed. He's just dumped a load of seed in. Nope. Okay, that's it. It's very, very dry. This is the driest I've ever seen it. The water level looks like it's gone down about 20-30%. It's almost like the River Thames, the amount of stones and... Okay. Well, we double checked. Just checking the skies because this is where I've seen common buzzards going over. Nope. Yeah, this park, like I say, it's had pretty much everything. Like my park up to Martin's Grove gets the wood, the, blimey, forgotten the name, the nuthatch, but doesn't get the tree creeper. And this place gets the tree creeper and the nuthatch and the bullfinch. What I'll do is I'm just checking Merlin's picked up all of those birds. I'm going to check bird guides and see what's been seen down this way. Okay, there's a big red bird. Oh, glossy ibis down at Hook with Warsash, LNR, Hampshire. Okay, that's the only sort of thing in the immediate area that's been spotted. Let's go a bit further out. Eurasian spoonbill at Pagham, Isle of Wight, hen harrier on the Ventnor Downs. Yeah, had some really good hen harrier action this winter. Yeah, not amazing footage by any means, but it's the most I've ever gotten. Okay, we're going to head back to the car. We've got about 10 minutes. We've got to go. Yeah, decent little day out. I hope you enjoyed this. Yep. Just going to check down this trench on the right, just as you go back through the gate on the Southampton Old Cemetery. I'm just saying this if somebody knows the area. Yeah, this was great to have this. This was walking distance over the lockdowns when we were allowed out and just come out for exercise, and it was packed because people couldn't wait to be outside. Here's some bird news that has come up recently. Golden eagle reintroduction proposal in England. After more than 150 years, golden eagles may soon make a comeback in England. A feasibility study by Forestry England suggests suitable habitats exist to support their reintroduction, remodelled after Scotland's successful initiative. The project, spearheaded by the Environmental Secretary, Steve Reed, would source chicks from thriving populations and release them with minimal human contact. It aims to mirror successes seen with the beaver and bison reintroductions. A rare American black tern returns to Northumberland, along the Northumberland coast, delighted by the return of the rare American black tern, making its 6th consecutive appearance in the area this year. So it's a bit like our Bonaparte's gull in Kent. Recovery of white-tailed eagle chicks, I think I said that last time. Harris hawk surprise in Burgess Hill. On the 15th of August, a striking Harris hawk caused quite a stir when it was spotted in Church Street. The rare sighting drew attention from locals and photographers alike. Apologies. But my first instinct there is it's a released bird or it's a captive bird. But then if it's coming up like this, maybe it's not ringed. Oh, Harris hawk, that's an American bird, isn't it? And as today, there was a zitting cisticola, which everyone in UK says is a weird name, but it's called that in Europe, and also known as a fan-tailed warbler. And it was spotted in Lydd near Dungeness. And there were multiple sightings. It got spotted in the morning and then was seen throughout the day. And on the bird guides, it always comes up as a sort of mega, the red colour, showing it's a really big find. And what was the other one recently? Let's have a look up my way. Let's zoom around and see what's going on here. If I zoom into Lydd, it's got 5 notifications for the zitting cisticola. What does it say if I tap it? It says, singing male still near X post by Galloway's Gatehouse, Lydd Rangers. Yeah. I wouldn't run for that because I've seen loads of them in Europe. Little stint in Dungeness. We move up the coast. Worth Marshes is showing a curlew, sandpiper, and nothing over by Margate. Bonaparte's gull keeps coming up as a red. A little stint at Elmley and at Graveney Marshes. And what's going on? It's our pied flycatcher at Northwood Hill RSPB. And there's a red at Rainham Marshes for white stork. Yeah, I think one of the local Kent birders got 87, at least 85, 87, a big flock of them going over by Reculver in Kent recently. I don't know if that's like the Suffolk flock going around, moving around. I don't think it's the Sussex reintroduction programme. but every so often they'll fly. If the flock even went over my home, I think last year, and by the time it came through, I was like 30 seconds late, it had gone. Big flock of them over in Bexley Heath. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What else is there? It's different. What's going on in Worthing? There's a couple of marks. A wryneck. Oh yes, please. It's got to be one of the most fabulous birds to photograph. 2 spots, yeah, about a couple of miles away from each other. Sisbury ring, the first one, and I mean it's the same word. It must be the whole area is called Sisbury ring. Amazing, yeah. But I mean the photos I got of the one at Rainham, I don't think I'll ever beat those. That's literally, if you see them, if you go to my X account or Facebook, well, probably the easiest way is to go to X, Stormcap Birds, type in wryneck under the search feature on my page, and look at the picture I took. I got low down, and it's just framed to perfection, razor sharp, just so good. I'm never beating that. The last one I saw was in Vietnam. Not great pictures. It was always a bit distant, but it was good to see it again. So it was Eurasian. I thought it might be a different species out there. I thought I'd got, can you imagine I got some sort of Asian wryneck, but no, similar to ours. But anyway, we're back at the cab now. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't want to waste the opportunity to do a little vlog when I'm at podcast while I'm out walking. And I'll speak to you next time.